Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's been like 6 months since I last posted a video. I've just been going through some stuff, and I suppose I've just kind of been in a stage of self-isolation the last 6 months of just trying to remember who I am after being in so many toxic situations which have just completely shattered my sense of identity. And I don't know if you guys can relate to that, but if you can, keep watching because I'm basically going to be talking about how you can heal from your heartbreak, how you can re-find yourself again, and how you can basically rebrand and just reset your entire life. So if you're one of those girls, keep watching. So, okay, step number one, the first thing that you need to do to get over that person and to let go of that situation and to heal that heartbreak is you need to allow yourself to wallow. Yeah, you need to stop avoiding it, stop burying ourselves in new projects, in new relationships, in parties, in friends, like anything like that. We need to just take a day or a week or 2 days, whatever it is, just to wallow and to feel all those feelings and not to run from your emotions. Because trust me, when we try to suppress and run from our emotions, especially after going through a really difficult breakup or friendship breakup, or I don't know, you've lost a job or something like that, when we try and suppress those emotions that situation has made us feel, trust me, the trauma will always, it's always going to find you again. It's always going to chase you up, okay? Like, there's just no escaping it, okay? Whether it be in the next relationship, whatever it is, the trauma is always going to be there. So the first thing you need to do is you need to wallow and feel your feelings without judging how we feel. And I feel as well as if society makes us feel like, it makes us feel bad for slowing down and for taking a mental health day. Like, if you need a day or a couple of days just to be like, I need to call in sick, I need to put that appointment on hold, just to come home to yourself, that is okay. Okay, if you need that time just to cry, to just rot in bed, let's be real, rot in bed, scroll, whatever it is, do that. But there has to be a time limit and you need to set a boundary with yourself. So wallowing is only going to be allowed for tops 48 hours. You can only isolate and be alone and be sad for tops 48 hours. After those 48 hours, that's when it brings me to step two. Reach out and don't self-isolate for too long, basically, because that is dangerous. When we start to self-isolate and you self-isolate for too long, that's when you can start listening to those thoughts. You can start getting caught up in your emotions too much. You can get caught up in your head. You're more likely to, I don't know, for example, go back to that toxic ex, text that ex. Just reach out. Just whether it be a FaceTime, whether it be a text, just don't self-isolate yourself for too long, because trust me, those thoughts, they can get loud and you don't want to act on impulse and on emotion when you're going through a breakup. No. And surrounding yourself with friends can bring you out of that. Okay, so yeah, step two is make sure you reach out. Okay, after you've wallowed for 48 hours. Oh yeah, and also with the wallowing, I would say the best practical ways to wallow would be, of course, crying, journaling, rotting in bed, sure, but again, having a time limit on how much you scroll. Like, when you start to feel really drained and heavy, put the phone down. Put the phone down. I would say, you know, whether it just be stretching, like obviously getting out of bed can be effort when you're depressed as hell, let's be real. Like, even if you just get up just to stretch, and when I say stretch, I mean like literally just like stretch your arms, stretch some legs, just stretch. Getting the energy and the emotions flowing throughout your body, because emotions are energy in motion, and the only way that you're going to process those emotions healthily is through moving your body and moving those emotions and that energy out of your body. So yeah, just a bit of soft movement. So you've done step one, you're going to sit in your emotions. We've done step two, make sure that you don't wallow for too long, 48 hours max, and then you reach out to someone. Okay, so then that brings us to step three. Okay, so after you've reached out to someone, you then need to make sure that you're changing your environment. Okay, and guys, this step is like, if you're going to take one thing from this video, okay, whether you're going through a breakup, whether you're going through whatever it is, even if you're just going through a tough time, just listen to this. Okay, changing your environment. Yeah, this is the biggest thing that can shift your reality when you're going through a major transformation in your life. And I don't know why, but it just works. And when I say changing your environment, it can literally be as small as rearranging your room. It can be changing things around in your room. It can be going to a new city, going to a new town just for a day. Just for a day. It doesn't even have to be for long. Or you could go away for a weekend to like maybe a cabin in the woods, or maybe you can book yourself a flight, okay, to like, I don't know, just somewhere close, or whatever you want, okay? Whatever you want. Just change your environment, okay? Because, okay, I have this whole theory that basically, when we shift our environment, there's something on the quantum scale that just shifts as well. And I really believe that when you change your environment, you also kind of reality jump or reality shift or quantum jump. Like, for example, okay, I went for a really bad breakup like last year. And as soon as we broke up, I literally was like, no, like, I'm done with this, okay? Like, I'm done with this. I'm sick of being in this hometown. I'm sick of just I just feel stuck. Like, you just feel stuck, right? You know, you just feel trapped, okay? As soon as you start to feel trapped and like you need to transform something and you just feel heavy, you need to change something. So what I did is I just booked myself a flight to Amsterdam and I went by myself. I just done it. It was spontaneous. I went for a weekend and guys, like, I'm not joking, okay? It shifted and changed everything. Yeah, it shifted and changed everything. So yeah, just change your environment to shift your reality. If you want to see changes in your reality, if you want to see your manifestations come into reality, into real life, then yeah, change your environment, okay? So after you've reached out to those friends, maybe ask them, I don't know, like, do you want to go on a day trip to this city that I've been wanting to go to? Do you want to go on a day trip to this, I don't know, gallery that I wanted to go to? Do you want to go on a weekend trip? We can book it. Like, it doesn't even have to be far, okay? Just change your environment. Even right now, just look around your room and just think, okay, what can I do in this room to change it around, to make it something new? Because I feel like when you make that change, even if it's changing something in your room or changing where you're staying for a little bit, or changing, yeah, whatever it is, changing your living environment, whatever it is, your brain then picks up on the fact that it's a new beginning because things around you are different, they're new. So then, because your brain is then in that state of adapting to that new environment that you've set for yourself, that you've put yourself in, it's then easier for your brain to then adapt to the new beginning of the fact that maybe that person is not in your life anymore, or maybe that you left that job, or whatever it may be that you're going through, okay? Like, just believe me. Yes, change your environment, please. Just quantum jump, quantum shift, change your environment, and you'll feel the change, believe me. It's like, okay, I moved the camera again, so yeah, sorry if it's dodgy, but like, it's like when, by the way, I have to whisper because people are sleeping, so yeah, whatever, but anyway, oh god, she's spinning, like, anyways, and when you do change your environment, when you do shift your reality in that way and like go to a different place or move your room around or go on a new holiday or whatever it is, like, set that intention that you're starting a new beginning. This is the beginning of your new chapter. This is not the end of your book, because I know right now it may feel like, okay, I've lost this person, I've lost this job, I feel lost, I feel stuck, this is the end of my life, this is the end, okay, what's the point? I feel hopeless, I'm not going to find anything good again, okay? Your brain is naturally going to be in that state when something ends. It's very natural, okay? It's like a death to a part of yourself. It's natural. But when you put yourself in new environments and new places with new people, you have to set the intention that no, this is not the end of that chapter. This is the beginning of a new chapter. You have to tell yourself that, okay? Trust me, being delusional, it does work. One thing that I always do, right, and I always say this to anyone, if you've traveled with me, you know, when you get on a plane, and you literally are just taking off, you're going along the runway and you feel the wheels go into the plane, and that's it, you're up, you're now looking down at, you know, your hometown, your home city, whatever it is, you're looking down at it and you're like, no, this is it. You've literally just got to imagine all of the ties that you had to that place, all of the memories that you had to that place, all of the, not that place, but that chapter, okay? Just imagine them falling away from you. As soon as you take off and you're in the clouds, you're washed clean, okay? So yeah, be intentional. And you don't have to be getting on a plane. You could literally be getting in a car or going on a train or going in an Uber, whatever it is. Okay, just imagine those things falling off of you. But anyway, okay, so now this brings me to step 4. Right, step 4. Okay, so now you've shifted your environment. You're in a new place, you're in a new environment. Right, so now it's time to get real. It's time to start letting go and cutting ties with things that really don't serve you. And I don't mean just with that person or that job or that toxic household that you were in or whatever it was. No, I mean it's time to get real and start cleansing everything in your life. Start reevaluating and looking at everything in your life and asking yourself, does this all really serve me? Okay, whether it be the friendships and the company that you're keeping, whether it be the stuff that you're consuming in music, in, I don't know, the things you're reading, or maybe you're not reading, or the things you're seeing on your TikTok, or the people that you follow on social media. You need to reevaluate and assess whether those things serve you, because you have now set the intention that you're starting this new chapter and you're rebranding and you're changing your reality. So now you've got to change those things that you're consuming in this new reality, or you're going to still be the same person. You need to get real with yourself and just assess what's in your life and whether it needs to stay or whether it needs to go. Even if you need to write a list or need to write down all the things that you're definitely sure needs to go or you're not sure that needs to go, just write it all down. Okay, that's it. Just go away, change your environment, have some space, have some solitude, whether it be with other people, whether it be whatever it is, and just write that list down and assess everything in your life, okay? Because if you want to have this new reality in this new chapter, then you need to get serious about what you're bringing into this new chapter, or nothing will be new about it. You know, if you're bringing old habits and old relationships and friendships and stuff into that new chapter, then is it really a new chapter? Okay, cool. So now you've assessed, and hopefully now you know what needs to go and what needs to stay, hopefully. And if you do know, okay, now it's time to take action. It's step 5, make the necessary changes. Whether that be unfollowing those accounts, right? Whether it be muting certain accounts, whether it be blocking that toxic ex. Maddie was right. Out of sight, out of mind. You need to block them. I'm very sorry, but you need to block them. Okay, I'm sorry. That's you. I vouch for blocking. Sorry, there's no other way you're gonna get over them. You have to block them. You have to. Or like, okay, if you don't believe in blocking, okay, each to their own, whatever. No, I'm sorry. You have to block them. Unless you can trust yourself that you won't be watching their stuff all the time, you need to have the discipline, have the boundary with yourself, block them. Yeah. And I mean seriously block them. There's no going back now. You need to block them with the intention, like, no, this is my new chapter. This chapter is now about me, myself, and that person can't be in this new chapter. Okay, that's not to say that you're not going to have thoughts of them still, of course. That's part of the process, and we'll get to that. But you need to block them. You can't be watching their stuff. You can't be checking up to see if they've messaged you. Yeah, no, it's time. They have to go. And, okay, I want you to pause this video right now and do that. Go and block them. Go and delete their number. Okay, say to yourself, pause this and say to yourself, this is now my new chapter. This chapter is now about me, and I promise to myself that I am not going to go and look at their social media. I'm not going to go and check on them. I'm not going to text them. No, you're now going to have discipline because this new chapter is about you, and keep saying that to yourself, okay? Right, step number 7 is adopt an abundant mindset. Believe that you can have everything you want and release those limits that you have on your mind that maybe school has told you, maybe your family and your parents have told you, maybe your friends tell you, the company that you keep tells you, okay, that you can't have that business, that you can't start that YouTube channel, that you're not going to achieve that career, that dream career that you think about, or that house you think about, or that relationship that you have. Okay, you need to tell yourself and retrain your mind to believe that that is possible for you. Okay, when you're on social media and you see those people having the things that you want, if it's possible for them, it's possible for you too. And change that jealousy and that frustration that you feel when you see those TikToks into motivation. And I think you guys have heard this before, right? But when you experience that frustration or that jealousy or that envy for others, that's then you putting out into the universe or putting to God that you don't have faith that you can have that too, that there's a limited amount of abundance, that the abundance and that the good opportunities are going to run out. But that is so not the case. Like, oh, do you know what I sometimes think about? Like, if you literally look outside, okay, or the next time you go on a walk, or the next time you're just walking down the street or in nature, think about how much life that is around us, okay? How much life, like, in the grass, in the trees, in the air, like the wind, like the sun, the stars, like that's life. That's literally life. Those are living things. There's so much life everywhere. So if that's the case, if there's so much life around us right now, then who's to say that there's not an abundance of opportunities and of life and of energy that you can obtain as well? There's an equal amount of abundant opportunities around you as well that you can have. Trust me. You just need to believe that and believe that you are deserving of that and believe that, not even believe that, but just be ready to receive that. You need to be in a state ready to receive. And then that brings me to step 8. You have to heal your heart. Okay, you have to heal your heart center. Okay, I know that when we lose certain things, when we're in toxic situations, when we're going through some hard shit, it can break our heart. It can, okay, and it can wound you. And sometimes, I mean, me personally, like, I know for me, I used to really struggle with receiving love. I felt so unworthy of it. I would literally have such a blocked off heart. I would literally push people away, and I still do that. And don't get me wrong, I'm still trying to overcome that. It's not easy, but like, I would isolate. I wouldn't talk to people. I wouldn't talk to my family. Like, I would push everyone away because my heart was blocked, because I felt undeserving of love. I felt undeserving of help. Okay, and you need to understand that you are so deserving of love, you are so deserving of help, and you are so deserving of everything that you want and more. Trust me, okay? All it takes is for you to start opening your heart back up to that and just letting the blessings come to you, okay? And that can start with something as small as, okay, practically speaking, if someone compliments you, don't be like, oh, no, no, no. Like, because I used to do that. I used to be really bad at accepting compliments. No. Tell them thank you, okay? And actually soak in that compliment, okay? Like, thank them and feel that. Or it can be if someone offers to help you, okay? Take the help. Don't let your pride block you from receiving that help, because receiving help, that's a form of love. That is God trying to reach out to you. That is the universe trying to reach out to you to tell you that you are divinely protected and provided for, okay? So receive that help. And the more you do that with small things like that, just open your heart to small things, even just reaching out to a person once. Like, if you're going through a tough time, reaching out to a friend or a family member or something like that, you know, to someone that you trust, that is another way. I really believe that life is all about living from the heart and doing things with a loving intention. But because I believe that when we do things with a loving intention, we then attract the same energy that we give out back to ourselves. So when you do things with love, you will then receive love, whether that be in the form of new opportunities, abundance, whatever it is. Heal your heart so then you can receive love, so then you can then overflow with love, and then you can be in this divine flow of giving and receiving. But that all starts with just healing your heart, and that takes time. That takes time. It takes a lot of work. It can take a lot of journaling. It can take a lot of talking to professionals or to people. It can take a lot of crying, and it will take a lot of really just digging in deep and asking yourself those difficult questions. Basically, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you took anything away from this or if this helped you anyway. And let me know what other videos you guys want to see, or if you have any other questions. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.